Hey, Webby.
What?
We're doing it again.
Doing what?
Taking everybody to Gen Con.
Oh, okay, you guys have fun.
You coming this time too, you big angry panda bear?
How?
Because they're going to help us.
Who's they? The listeners?
Yep. If you guys would like to help us get to Gen Con, then join us June 23rd for our live stream fundraiser. We'll be giving away prizes and just having a ball all day. There'll be exclusives that won't be available ever again after this stream.
Not to mention the cocktail wheel. That thing has gotten an overhaul. You thought last year was rough? Oh, dude, watching you guys on that video, not good. Wait until you see what is in store this year.
Webby, that's not it. We're introducing a scavenger hunt, the Distractions Media style. You can also contribute to that and send us looking for your favorite pop culture fandom.
And it all kicks off June 23rd at noon Eastern. Come join the Distractions Media crew and help us get to Gen Con so we can grow and see you guys.
I heard the horses in India are pretty fun.
It's fucked up.
Welcome to the Vendetta Effect.
Welcome back to the Vendetta Effect, and let's start by introducing our players, starting with Webby.
Hey everybody, I'm Webby and I play Doc.
And Rob.
Hey guys, I'm Rob and I play Spencer.
And Kat.
Hey guys, my name is Kat and I play Audry.
And Em.
Hi, I'm Em and I play Tabby.
And Devin.
I'm Devin and I play Mason.
And last time, the group met Audry for the first time, Spencer's sister. They found out about a secret airplane, spy plane, and they found out that someone is hunting them to either blackmail or in other ways incriminate and get into the organization. And when we last left them, Doc had handed an eye, more or less, to Spencer. And Spencer took that as, I need to go see him. Yeah, so how about we start there?
All right, so I walk through the door with the jar, and I'll just kind of place it in his hand. You needed to see me?
Yes, your sister. She started here today. Ish.
I mean, she's helping us. I don't know that she's working here for definite permanence, but yes.
Do you happen to know? Well, actually, this might have been an oversight on my part. You seemed awfully shocked that she was here, so you know nothing of her cooperation with our organization?
I didn't know that she worked for an intelligence agency, if that's what you're asking.
You remember some years back when we were all in contact with that? I don't even know how to describe it. That organism, I guess, or organisms.
The man that was made of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence, you know, our healing things and various other happenings. Anyway, I don't suppose you know and or could find out your sister wasn't
exposed.
Yes, to the same organisms.
I very much doubt it. She looks older than I remember. I mean, we look closer in age than we should be.
Doc's just going to squint a little bit, and he's just going to nod and mark that down in his notebook. Okay.
I mean, you still have some of them micro machines around, don't you?
No. I'm pretty sure, John, you can correct me on this. That was taken from me, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, along with every bit of notes and stuff that I had on it.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, except for what I have in my actual book. Just
Yes, yeah, what you hand wrote to yourself, basically,
Right.
and nobody else knows about.
right. No, the organization took both that and all the files that I had on it that I'd written up.
Well, then I guess I would say no, unless for some reason they fell into the hands of the Australian government, but I don't see how or why that would happen.
Okay. Just food for thought. Just if you happen to find out definitively one way or the other, could you please inform me?
I will, but I don't think Audrey's going to tell me anything. Not exactly on the best of terms.
Why is that? And Doc he flips back a few pages in his notebook.
I mean, I understood before because I didn't know that she worked for an intelligence agency. But after the war, the Australian government asked me to come here and work with you people, and she was very upset that I left. But, I mean, she works for an intelligence agency as well, so she should know what it's like. You get sent wherever you're told to go. It's not like I had much of a choice.
Now, do you think that she was upset because they chose you and not her? That you had to leave, period?
I would guess it was that. Well, I'll say that I previously thought that it was that I had to leave. Period, but kind of shrugs. Now I don't know. It could be the second thing, but I don't really think so. You'd have to ask her.
Interesting. Okay, that's all. And I'm gonna pull the sheet off the dead body, and it's various body parts stitched together. It is straight out of Frankenstein.
Doc, you've been reading
Yes.
too much Mary Shelley.
Oh, I'm curious. He's still alive. Doc just kind of pokes him in the cheek a little bit, and he just kind of the body groans.
Doc, you just made it like 10 times worse.
Oh, sorry, I'm not good with other people.
So you took a live body and you're just sewing on other pieces to it? That's
Well-
not how Frankenstein worked, if you remember.
Right. Well, I wanted to start with the live body to see if I could help. It's all experimentation. Listen, this is a little above your pay grade. I'm going to need you to leave the my office. Thank you, Spencer, for your time. I'm going to start like ushering him towards the door.
All right. Yeah. I mean, Audrey, just before I go, Audrey was just a teenager when I left, so I would say no to the being jealous about my position. So
Okay.
it's most likely that I'll just say.
Also,
He's just like keeps dancing back and forth into the door and back in every time he starts talking again.
yeah. Also, Bradford mentioned that she was an expert in research and investigation. Does she have any particular field of expertise that you're aware of?
Doc, I told you, I didn't even know she worked for an intelligence agency.
What good are you to me, Spencer? I mean, honestly, I do one of those very closing of my door, like I'm very just
Because I'm one of the few people
disappointed
that can
in
stand
Spencer.
that can stand to get an odd job from you and still come and talk to you.
All right, I'll remember that. I just shut the door. All right, I have my notes. You can move on now.
Okay, so as you're doing that, Audrey, you are walking into Mason's office. Janet Smiley is there. She's an older lady. She looks like she's in her 40s, blonde hair, short blonde hair. She doesn't look severe or anything. She's fairly smiley, to use the term. And she looks at you and says, "Hello, my dear."
Hello. I need to see Mason.
"Oh, yeah, he's in there. You can go bring him a coffee for his afternoon resting period. But no, you're more than welcome."
Thank you. I enter the room.
I'm going over like a newspaper, and I look up.
Hello. I'm Audry. Spencer's sister. Spencer ran off somewhere, but he told me to come in and say hello to you.
All of that makes sense.
I
really does.
twiddle my thumbs, not really knowing what to do.
He sent you to me for no particular reason, I'm assuming. That's okay. I guess I will take over. What has he showed you?
He showed me kitchen, Doc's lab.
He probably could have left that part out.
Yeah. The testing room. That's about it so far.
All right. Well, I guess I'll finish showing you everything. This is my new office. And by new, I mean this was not originally an office. I took it over after I was so rudely kicked out of my office, which became a torture chamber, not a lab.
I didn't know we endorsed torturing.
We don't endorse a lot of things. We just deal. We put up with good old Doc over there.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure he's losing his mind if he knew I was talking about him this way. I love getting under his skin. It's really fun.
Okay.
All right, so I'll take over your tour. Let's do this. All right. I'm gonna head out here. All right, John, fill me in on some more stuff here. Obviously, we have the conference room and things like that. Where this strange dude sitting here, why is he just in the conference room? I don't know.
Nah, he's not. He's the assistant.
He's in the lab.
Mr. Doc, so he's back to the lab.
You know what? I'm going to show you the other floors. We're going to hit the elevator.
Oh yeah, you better tell her what those are, because I don't even know them all. I know you did at one.
You're right. At one point, I did.
Point.
God, that was one point. That was a while ago. It was something we talked about, and we never went back to.
No, we didn't. So then there's that.
Yes, so I'm just going to broadly tell you that there are other floors to this place, and I will show them to you in a 1950s montage.
I know what most of them are, if you'd like.
Okay, please. I know what they are as well. I just don't know them off the top of my head.
There's different floors to the map.
Yep, but you don't see them.
Not in the game,
Not
but
in
to our
the
facility. There's not on the.
Okay,
on the screen.
all right, yeah.
John's good. He's not that good. Well, he's usually that
I
good.
could have done them all, but it didn't seem, since we never really go to anything.
Evidently, it's me and you both forgot the floors because we never talk about them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's the hospital / medical facility. There's the physical training floor. There's the hangar with the vehicles and the like the planes and the vehicles. There's the underground tram station. That leads.
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I forgot we had that.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's bananas.
Only
And are we underneath like a little wooden shack or
like
something?
a little wooden gas station?
It's a trailer. It's a trailer.
Yeah.
It's a knick-knack store or whatever.
Yeah.
Store.
There's a knick-knack, like a travel tourist shop. Your protesters are outside that are all wearing like tinfoil hats,
Yeah,
and
The silver berets.
beret. Yes.
yeah, and then across the road is like this real estate agent selling like land or something.
See,
So
this is
he
all
had-
stuff that Doc does not have notes on.
Maybe Doc should have notes on.
Nah, he doesn't care about the silver berets.
Fair enough.
Okay, please proceed.
Rob, please proceed.
I think that's all I can remember currently. I know there was like 2 other things, but I don't remember what they were.
Do you
There's
have a
there's a communications thing with the radio. Because
Do we have a hanger?
Emily wanted the big radio.
Yes, it's on the other end of the train station.
Yep. So there's a hanger.
The hanger was mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? If I find the schematics, I could tell you exactly what to
I
Yeah,
think
they
you
were-
need to learn the layout of your own,
Hey,
company better.
hey now.
You know,
Hey
I'm
now.
the newbie here.
You're gonna fit right in. The sassiness fit right in.
I just like to make things interesting and point out the mistakes.
That's
Ooh.
fine. That's fine. That's
I
fine.
mean, technically, Zed's lab and stuff is on a different floor. That's why we have to go to the stairs to get there.
Yes,
Even.
it's a different floor. I feel like we need to move Doc to a different floor.
A completely different floor because, we don't really want him here.
What?
Yeah, he just wants to be.
It's a bit strange.
No,
Nice.
think about it this way, Doc. It would be totally for your benefit. A bigger
No.
space.
No, I don't. No,
More room for storage.
no, I don't.
He doesn't want to because
It's
no one
okay,
would,
it's okay.
then no one would ever go to that floor. He'd just be by himself.
No one ever really wants to go there.
I like
Oh.
visiting Doc. All right, it's fine.
Look,
Nothing
I like
wrong with a few
I
bugs.
With
like
dead
visiting Doc.
bodies?
I like visiting Doc, just not in his lab.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
I mean, Doc, you can always come down to us.
But
Works
I-
both ways.
Does Doc know all of this in character that you people feel this way?
No, we
No, not
secretly
at all.
just hate him.
We don't hate him. We just he's off.
I don't
He's
hate Doc at
off.
all. I have
We-
nothing but warm, fuzzy,
Be
positive feelings for him.
concerned.
Me and Doc have a special relationship. Like I've been with you the longest. I got you. I understand you. Doesn't always mean I get you, but I understand you.
We are sometimes a little bit concerned.
Yes, that is accurate. I feel
You know what? Doc's gonna lay down on his table next to the other Frankenstein guy,
God.
and he's just gonna contemplate his life choices.
that's
Which is weird because he can't
What have
hear
I
any
done
of this
to this
happening.
I don't care.
podcast?
He has the feeling. It's just this little nagging itch in the back of his brain.
I've just come in here from nowhere
in
and
canon.
just upset
I've
people.
sobered up and realized now that I'm sober, now that I actually have a sober moment of clarity, I realize that there is something possibly wrong with Doc.
So basically, Doc closes the door in Spencer's face and then goes, I have this weird feeling that everyone hates me. I'm just going to go lay down on my table.
Yes.
I mean, that is
That's what
kind
I
of
do
a Doc
every
move.
day.
That is kind of a Doc move.
I'm gonna tell Ivan to go take inventory in the.
It's a Doc move. Ouch.
That is kind of a Doc move.
I don't know why this
I
is
mean, if you're gonna
like
be technical.
that. Oh dear. Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Love you, Webby.
Actually, you know what? There is something I'm curious about. Now, John, I know Ivan, right? George here.
Hmm.
Yeah, he has not been exposed to what we have, correct?
No, nobody except for you four then
Okay.
that you know of.
Real quick before you get on with the rest of the people, Doc's gonna chloroform Ivan.
What? Again,
Nice.
we say there is something wrong with you.
No, it's for a study.
You can't just go
What type of study is that?
He's just dragging the body down the street.
That's the humane way of doing that.
Study.
I want to say he's probably used to this by now. I'm not gonna.
No, this will be the first time I've actually chloroformed him. He might
Out
be
of
used to my
nowhere,
methods.
he's just like
You
talking.
know, I'm supposed to be reporting back to the headquarters, right?
I mean,
about
that's
to
fine.
eat, he's about to eat a sandwich. Like he's about to take a nice big bite out of his sandwich for lunch.
Just like
He
comes
opens his
around
mouth.
behind
Next
him.
thing you know, he wakes up like a few hours
Sunk.
later. What just happened?
No, okay.
Missing a
I'm gonna be
kidney.
nice. I'm gonna be nice about it. I chloroform Ivan and I put him on the couch up there, and I'm going to time how long it takes him to wake up.
Okay.
Chloroform's
that's
very
what I wanna
volatile.
do.
It's a different amount. It's different
Just
every
shush.
time.
Shush.
But it's volatile.
You're just hovering over him while he wakes up.
But wouldn't
Well,
you
I
ask
would-
him?
okay.
I got you a sandwich, and you still have all your kidneys.
Okay.
Honestly,
well,
honestly,
okay,
I'm not going to lie.
chemically-wise-
If somebody
chemically-wise-
chloroformed me in real life and I woke up and the first thing they said was, oh, "Don't worry, I got you a sandwich and you have all your kidneys," I'm instantly terrified.
Yeah,
I would be
exactly.
like, well, what happened to my
What happened
lungs?
to me?
Okay,
What
listen,
happened to me?
John. I would have
Yes.
sedatives, so instead of chloroform, I will use an exact amount of sedatives to knock him out.
Can you please ask him if he's volunteering for this? First?
No, I sneak up
there
behind.
is- Doc does not do that.
No, I sneak up
Never
behind.
do that.
So it'll be an
Okay.
exact
This is slightly
amount, so that way I
illegal.
can
It's the
regulate
50s.
it with the next person.
It's the 50s. I like how we brushed
Okay,
off.
let's continue.
Oh man!
So Ivan's on the couch knocked out.
But now you understand why we want Doc on a different floor.
Just chloroform.
That all happened. He did lay down on his table and contemplate life, and then
All
he
right,
looked over
so
at Ivan
here
and
we
just
go.
knocked him out.
All right, here we go. So we technically have a shipping and receiving level. We have a transport vehicle and maintenance level. We have a commission area and mess hall. We have a supply level. We have a storage level and a loading dock. We have a level where they process security clearances.
You have also got the cleaner people,
Yes,
We have the
as in
cleaners.
the
here.
cover-up department.
You know what? Here,
They're the ones that have to do a lot of work in docks.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Um,
quite extensive.
Yes,
Yes.
especially over the
facilities.
years, I would imagine it's gotten bigger. I'm just gonna post this in the podcast.
Yeah, I think the way to look at it is it's basically like a nuclear bunker for like a government sort of idea.
Yeah.
And now we have all these bureaus.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did I base it off of Raven Rock or did I base it off of Cheyenne Mountain? I can't remember which one it was.
It was
This-
one of those two. Yeah.
This is for Cheyenne, so I'm just going to use that because it lists the levels by. Yeah,
Yeah, I actually looked it up, and even in the notes,
And
there's
this is
nothing
like
to tell
this-
me that.
this
So
is like the Stargate project support that is where they were trying to do like what do you call it, other stuff. So we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to roll with it,
all right.
and we're going
Fair
to call this something else. This is from Stargate Origins, but we're just going to roll with it because we do alien stuff anyway. So
There you go.
roll with that. There you go.
All right. So
There's 28 levels to this place, apparently.
apparently,
All underground?
yep, all
Um,
underground. There
yes.
is just a little trailer where everybody went into to get to it. It's basically got a
Although,
little
It
elevator.
must
in
be
it.
personal-
very strange seeing all these people in like suits and stuff.
My personal, that's what I'm saying. My
Just
personal
walking into a
recommendation,
trailer.
if we were going,
Yeah.
my personal
Yeah.
recommendation, if we were going to do something, I think we should open the upper land and turn it into a wild, like an endangered species conservatorium.
Mhm.
As then a lot of land, and it will be private land, and you won't get a lot of trespassers. And
the
we just work there.
the
Just saying.
issue is that there's already other people with property near us, like in the same
We're the
spot.
government, and it's the 50s. We got this.
That's right.
But they don't
I
know
like
that
how
we're
the
the
50s are
government.
now the excuse for.
Yeah, no. Like it's like it's the 50s.
The
It's like
sad
saying
part
it's
is,
2018
it's actually
people.
legitimate. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
me
like-
saying it's the 50s, it's legitimate.
Yeah. It's their equivalent. It would be the equivalent of saying it's 2018, guys.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's
Yeah.
1955.
People do find it suspicious that people with suits keep going into the trailer and not coming
That's
out.
why we got
the
the
silver
berets
berets
are
are
up there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the tinfoil hat people are here.
Yeah.
There's definitely belief that something wrong is going. All right. So, with all of that said and done, you've given her the tour and everything.
Yes.
Bradford calls you into his office and says, "Are you ready to go to?"
I haven't had a chance to talk to Tabitha yet, but yes.
Okay.
Tabitha
as-
seems to like sort of like shoo you away anytime you guys come near her right now. She's just pouring over those papers.
All right.
Latin America can't wait.
Yeah, come on.
Latin America can definitely wait. Why? Because That's my answer to everything.
Wow.
It's the 50s.
To be fair, it was a bit of a basket case at that point. But yeah, okay, sure, why not?
The 50s.
It's the 50s. All
Yes.
right. So you've
The
got
Audrey
greatest
and
thing ab-
Mason have sort of, they're sort of hovering behind
watching
Tabitha.
Tabby work.
Just
Yes.
sort of,
Actually,
You
after
know.
a while, Mason just walks over. If you're not lifting your head up, he's just going to grab the back of your chair and spin you around and say, "Hey, we're going to New York."
Wait, me? I thought that was just the two of you.
I'm dragging you along.
Oh, okay. And
we're
she's
going on a road trip.
Road trip, and guess what?
I call shotgun.
That's fine.
No!
What's her name?
I got it first.
Her name is May.
All right, May, take over her paperwork till we get back.
Don't do it, man. You don't have to. Don't listen to him. He has no power.
I
know.
know, I know.
I have
But I'll do it anyway. Don't worry
Thank
about
you.
it, Tabby.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
He mumbles. Mason walks off, heading towards the hangar, and he mumbles something along the lines of "It's the 50s," and then he just keeps walking.
I lost you again.
It's the 50s.
What did you mumble?
He's mumbling something about "It's the 50s," and then walks off. Did you lose me again, John?
I did. For some reason, my voice connection keeps dying. There we go. We're back.
Okay. He's walking off towards the hangar, and he mumbles something along the lines of "It's the 50s."
Of course.
And he does have there's a briefcase waiting by the we're taking civilian cars, taking military jets. How are we doing this?
Bradford looks at you and says, I had Janet reserve you a ticket on Pan Am out of Phoenix if you would like to go catch the jet.
Perfect. He'll grab his
Yeah.
briefcase. How far are we from the airport?
About, I want to say the better part of like 300 miles away from Phoenix.
So we're flying to Phoenix.
Yeah. Basically,
Okay, yes.
it'll take the train to the airport hangar and then fly to Phoenix and then hop the commercial jet.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I grab my briefcase and I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right. As you guys go, you see Doc walk out of his Spencer's
Looking
office.
dejected.
I have no idea at this point.
He does look slightly sad, more so than usual.
So when you come in, Spencer's office is like it's decorated with a couple things. It's got pictures of his wife and kids, and he's got like a plant over in the corner and like a little knickknacks here and there. But on the walls, like it's wall covered in paper, and a lot of it's like the Anawa symbols and their translations and like ancient Egyptian and all that. Like it's just spread all over the walls. And he's actually like copying over something out of a book. And then when you come in, he looks up. Oh, Doc. Here, everyone's going to New York except for us.
Yeah. I have no desire to go to New York, but it's glad. I'm happy that not all of us are going. That will make this easier.
It'll make
I need
work
your-
easier.
I need your help with something.
All right.
I'm testing something, but I need someone like us who's been exposed to, and I just kind of point at every crazy thing on your walls.
Uh-huh. For what purpose?
It's similar to the healing to gauge the healing, increased healing. It's on par, man. It's really. And Doc's gonna like as he's talking to you, he walks around your desk to you.
So he kind of turns towards you and he's like, "Are you saying you want to do me injury and see how long it takes me to heal?"
No. This won't hurt in the slightest.
Just don't inhale.
Whatever you do.
But I mean, listen, I see how you guys look at me. I wanted to do at least the courtesy of ask you for your assistance.
All
And
right.
Doc puts a small little pillow on Spencer's desk. So are you willing to help me?
You're going to knock me unconscious or something?
Yes.
I mean, are you comparing it to someone else?
I am, actually, yes. And as you're talking, he already pulls out this leather case and unzips it and opens it up and pulls out a syringe.
I mean, I've got work to do, but I suppose I could help. But shouldn't
He
you have
instantly just
knocked
stabs
us
you in the neck and
both
plunges
out
it
at
in.
the same time?
There you go. And I start a separate stopwatch.
Dream die.
Okay, that's all I wanted to do. I'm gauging how long it takes Ivan to wake up versus Spencer with the same amount of sedative.
Okay.
That's all. Listen, John, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. All right. That's great. Well done. Good on you.
Move along.
So you guys fly to New York. Is there anything you want to do along the way, or are you good to go and skip ahead to that point? Hearing nothing. Okay. You guys land a few hours in New York. At the same time that you do that, your two patients, Doc, have woken up around the same time.
Interesting. All right. I let Ivan wake up. Like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Let's do this.
All right. So for those of you that get to, just 1 second, I'm just verifying something. Just want to make sure I got the right place. Yes. Okay. So you guys land in the airport in New York called LaGuardia, and with your baggage and things, there is a note for Audry when she arrives from Bradford saying that they had seen the Minx there was rumors that she's been spotted near Times Square.
Do these rumors not sort of touch base on what type of clothing she was wearing, or what
they
looks
say
like,
that
or...
she's wearing a blue trench coat. She has short, what looks to be dark hair, which looks to have been dyed. She's wearing sunglasses, but is sitting and has been seen visiting Central Park and Times Square.
Okay. So was this just to me?
Yes, it was just to you.
Okay. I look over to Spencer and Tab and usher them towards me.
Yes.
Mason, but yeah.
Sorry, Mason, not Spencer.
Yeah, no problem.
Fine. It's fine. It's all good.
I have received a note which entails the whereabouts of our Minx. I have some details on her and her disguise. At the moment, she has dyed dark hair, which could change at any moment. So just be aware of that. She's currently wearing a blue trench coat, and she has been spotted wearing sunglasses. She's also been spotted in Central Park and Times Square. What would you like to do from here?
She's been spotted in Central Park and Times Square. John.
Yep.
I need your help just for basic. I haven't been to New York in a while. Distance between those two?
They're not like. I mean, they're. Give me a second. I'll bring it up.
I wish I know avoid doing a research on the cast, but
Central Park is the big square one in Manhattan.
Yeah, and Times Square is just down from it. Like they're within. I think they're both on the island of Manhattan. To be honest. I went to the wrong thing.
Times Square. They're 8 minutes. They're not far at all.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. One's
My
in
bad.
the theater district. One's in Central Park. So, yeah. There you go. So it's about 1 mile away. So they're about a mile away, give or take, about 8 minutes. So
Yep. So in the location of about 1 to 2 miles each.
So assuming that she's was she spotted there the same day, separate days?
It's the same day, by the way.
Same day.
Okay.
Just to make it clear.
All right then.
Which means we have the island.
Yeah, she's on Manhattan. I would imagine that it would be more so along the lines of she's probably staying in proximity to there. How many hotels do we have?
We could go check out Empire State.
You could go to the zoo.
We could do a lot of things.
Yep.
Um,
There is a number of hotels. Most of the fancier ones are at the bottom of Lower Manhattan and Tribeca area. Some are much more rudimentary stuff.
let's go rudimentary, knowing her being a spy. She's a professional, which I'm assuming she is she's not going to draw attention to herself unwantedly.
Right.
So give me a list of like cheaper hotels in the area of I would compile a list of cheaper hotels in the area between those two locations.
Okay, so there's about 5 hotels that are in the local vicinity. A couple of dives, basically a couple of like 3-star, and there's like one like sort of 2-star kind of thing just south of the Polo Grounds, which is still a thing at this point.
All right. Well, in that case, then I would say, why don't we somewhat split up?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Do we have communication devices?
Nope.
Wait,
Nope.
No.
I was gonna. Nope. I mean,
It's the
technically, yes, we
1950s,
do.
people.
Technically, we do. You can ask to borrow a phone at the hotel and ring the other hotel and ask for the other person you're looking for.
That's true. Yes, you could definitely.
how
do
about
that.
we just, meet up in the middle? I don't
That
know.
was going to be the idea I was going to suggest. Let's just meet up.
Maybe at the Great Lawn in about 4 hours. And then come back and tell each other our findings.
Sounds good.
Okay. So what we're going to do, rather than have you go, I would like you guys to roll me a couple of clever rolls, please.
Okay.
Sure thing. I was updating some stuff.
And while you do that,
I got a 1.
Okay.
Clever, you said?
Yes, sir.
Whoa. She's still at the door, so I'm just going to assume. John, what's her? Either you can roll her stat, or what's her?
Yeah. So,
What's her plus
yeah,
to
that's
clever?
that's good. That's good. Yes.
Tabitha.
Who? Oh, Tabby. Oh, right. Yes, because she split up.
Either you
with
can roll it, or
give
just tell me what
1 second.
her stat is, and I'll just roll it real quick.
I can do it. It's fine.
Look at us.
3. Wow, very
We're in
nice.
sequence.
So Mason, you have a look around and you go into one of the smaller, cheaper hotels.
Mhm.
Their guy at the front, I can't really call him a maitre d' or anything like that, is kind of a typical sort of like bored employee. And he, pardon me, looks up at you and he says, "What do you want? What can I do for you?"
Looking for a woman.
Aren't we all, man? Aren't we all?
This one's special.
Well, what's this special one look like?
He would describe her. And then he would also describe her previous look, given that she could have changed after she got here.
He says, "Well, we got someone like that who's been staying here. I hear she likes museums."
Museums, you say?
That's what she tells me. At least that's when she's going out. That's all she tells me. I mean, I don't know.
She likes museums.
She could be upstairs bumping the local mayor for all I know. She got that look about her.
Right. He reached into his pocket, pull out I forgot, it's the 50s. He reached into his pocket, pull out a cigarette, light a cigarette up, and then hand slot some money across the table. I was never here.
You got it, sir. And may you never be here again. I will be awaiting. I got all information for you copper types.
I stared at him blankly for a moment, and then I just kind of shake my head and say, right.
You also ain't the only ones that have been looking for that dame.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Let's just say she looked a little anxious, and we had some toughs come in the other day. They had themselves some fur and accents.
Really? Where are they held up at? Do you know?
I
I've got all the
don't know. They
information.
were about as conversational as you.
I'm an all-star conversationalist, thank you. I'm still getting used to doing this sober. Anyway.
He laughs. I don't do nothing sober, man.
Tell me
And he
about
pulls out a bottle of gin out from his desk.
I look at the gin, and then I reach into my pocket, and I flip a sobriety coin, and I look at it for a moment and tuck it back in my jacket pocket. Lucky coin. Anyway. So you don't know who they were. Accents.
Yeah, they definitely had some Eastern European kind of accent, if I was to make my guess. Of course, I haven't been to Europe since the war, so I don't know.
Oh, you served in the war?
Yeah,
And what?
kinda. I was in the First Army, but we didn't see much action. I was on the reserve on D-Day.
Hey, I can respect that. Serve too.
He smiles. Good on you.
Fortunately, I
No.
saw a lot of action.
Mm.
It takes its toll.
So they say. So they say. God bless you for it.
You too. Hey,
He
here's my.
smiles.
Did we set up any kind of staying arrangements?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
I'm going to look around and pull up the list of the hotels that we looked at
Mm-hmm.
and just pick one.
Right.
And then I'm going to give him my card and say, I'll be staying here. Ring me here. If those guys come back looking, you mind ringing me here?
What's your name, sir?
Abel.
Gotcha. He taps his cap lightly to say, sure it is.
I just give him a smiling nod.
And he says, enjoy your visiting. We will talk later, I'm sure.
I sure hope so. All right. I put out my cigarette as I'm walking out, light up another cigarette, and then head on out. And just for good measure, I will check the other hotels and actually go make reservations in a room at the hotel I named.
Okay. So you do that. Tabby, while you were away, I for you. You are on the search for the lady whose picture I have put on the screen over on 20.
I don't see this picture.
Okay, so you can't see it on the. Can anybody see this picture that's sitting?
No, it's there. Never mind.
The giant picture.
Part of the screen.
Yep.
Looking at the wrong part of the screen. There we go.
No problem.
So we're looking for this lady.
Yeah. So you guys have a pretty solid description of what she looks like. Mm-hmm. She has the difference is her hair has been cropped short. She has dark hair. She's wearing sunglasses and she has a trench coat. You were going to search hotels to see if you can find any information on her. Mm-hmm. Your particular hotels that you are going to find are near to the Central Park. And as you cross over by the main pond, you see someone who, like she might be this woman, walking off towards one of the museums.
All right, so what am I supposed to do if I see somebody who might be her?
Well, that was a good question. In 4 hours, you're supposed to get in touch with everybody else.
Okay. So she's heading towards one of the museums, you said?
Yeah. Specifically the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
All right. I guess I'm going to kind of sort of casually start going that way too.
Okay. You see her enter in the front door. She looks around. I would like you to roll a sneaky, please.
Ooh, okay. Let me pop open my character sheet again. 1 second. Ooh. Sorry, my heart is still racing from somebody coming to the front door.
It's fine. You are fine.
Anxiety level 5,000.
Yep. I know.
2.
Very nice. Okay. So you basically duck behind a pillar as she looks around.
Cartoon style.
Yep. I am going to see if she notices you. Or at least maybe notices you. Beep, 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 beep. Let's see. So, yeah, she looks around and you see her almost acknowledge you're there where you were, and smiles and taps her lips and walks into the museum.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, yeah. Nervous. I'm just going to go inside. I'm going to follow her.
Okay. Again, are you trying to be sneaky?
Nope. I am not going to try to be sneaky. I think she knows that I'm there, so.
Okay. As you walk in, you see that there is a.
But I am going to be like sort of ready to draw a weapon if I need to or run away.
Okay. As you walk in, you will roll me a clever roll.
Okay. 2.
Okay, you barely catch a hint of her coat as she turns into an area which looks to be an Israel display from Palestine and Israel.
All right, I'm gonna go inside of it, but I'm gonna be looking around to make sure it's not a trap as I go inside. Trying to follow her, but still being careful.
Okay. Roll your careful then, please.
4.
Nice.
Yeah.
As you walk in, you are super careful. Notice that there is what looks to be a large clay man, for lack of a better word, standing in the middle of the room. On it, stuck to the front of it, is a note.
Sort of looking side to side, I'm going to, and up and down, I'm going to approach, and I'm going to read the note. Not going to touch it yet, though.
Fair enough. The note says, "Peekaboo, I see you."
I jump back and look around, sort of.
As you do, this lady is standing by the exit. She smiles and in a very clear voice that does not sound in any way accented. "Oh, goodness. A bit of a fright there, didn't you?"
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, my dear. Fascinating.
I mean, I've heard you are very dangerous, so of course I'm going to be a bit jumpy.
Oh, dangerous. I'm not dangerous at all. Or at least, not anymore.
What do you mean, not anymore?
She walks up to you very carefully and she shows that she doesn't have a gun in her hand. Or she says, "Oh, I'm trying to make my escape from the KGB. They are out to find me and arrest me because I have some news I need to share with you."
Should I roll something not to be super gay and just... No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. She's going to look at her and say, really? You really...
Indeed.
Oh, she is going to sort of... Does she seem like she's lying? In any
Well,
way?
you're going to need to roll a clever roll to figure that.
All right. 3.
Well, you get the sense that she's not lying, or at least that she thinks she isn't lying.
Okay.
From your observations of people in the past.
Okay. She... I almost said Castellanos. That's my cat's name. Tabby is going to, sort of... Well, why don't you tell me what you have to say?
She smiles and says, "Oh, I have some files I should probably pass on to you as well. But it's mostly about this." And she points back at the statue. She says, "That's not where it started 3 weeks ago."
What?
And she points at the ground and says, "Do you see the scrape marks across the ground?"
Is it moving, is what you're saying? Is it like, would I know what a golem is?
You'd have an idea about like gargoyles and those kind of things.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'll say so you're not suggesting that it's like a golem, are you?
I'm have not made any particular suggestion at all. But I do know my government is very interested in finding more of these.
Yeah, that's definitely some interesting information. Would you be all right with meeting up with my colleagues?
She pats your hand very daintily. She says, "Oh, my dear, I like talking to you first."
I am so suspicious out of character. Probably in character, too.
Probably in character as well, yes.
Yeah. Oh, dear. She's going to say, and why would that be?
Why? Oh, Tabitha Monroe, do you think you hide everything from people?
She's gonna, like, sort of squint at her and say, "My mom calls me Tabitha Monroe. I don't exactly like that. So if you think you know me particularly well, you're probably wrong."
Okay, can you roll a clever roll, please?
Okay.
And try and beat a 3.
Okay. 4.
Very good.
Yeah.
You sense that she is really working on you, as I'm sure you do, and you get that feeling like this is very weird and suspicious because this has never happened. I mean,
No.
Even in a bar, this wouldn't happen typically.
No.
So you're like, what is going on? So she is
She's
very
go
coy
ahead.
with you. And she says, well, I am being pursued. And I don't trust men.
I mean,
So
that is pretty sound advice in most cases.
She smiles slightly and says,
Ugh.
yes, I don't find them useful. They serve a purpose, but that's about all.
I'm gonna glare at her like, all right, so where are these documents then?
She smiles and says, well, if you meet me at Central Park later, I will tell you.
Not to say that I don't trust you, but I don't. But I am going to bring another agent with me. All right?
Ah, you're more than welcome.
Thanks.
And she says, meet me at the front of the zoo in about 3 hours.
All right.
My name is Ina, by the way.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ina. Call me Tabby. I'm gonna shake her hand as formally as possible.
She kind of giggles in a very sultry way and then says, oh, you're so sweet. All right, in 3 hours. And she lets go of your hand and walks out.
I'm gonna shake my head and say, I am very happy with somebody else, so this is not gonna work on me, but she can try. And then I'm gonna leave. Just loud enough for her to hear it.
Okay. Before you do leave, though,
Roll you a what?
Clever roll, please.
All right. 1.
Okay, it's a good thing this is really obvious. As you do, you notice that the statue has imperceptibly moved about an inch.
Oh, that's so creepy. That's very upsetting. Yeah. All right.
Tabby says this as she leaves. This is very...
Yeah, she says that exactly like that. That is very upsetting. And she's going to walk out.
Fair enough. All right. So before we move on, I think that's all we've got time for today. So let's come back next week, shall we?
Oh, dear.
All right. So let's start with Rob. Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Confessor_X and on Twitch at ConfessorX.
And Devin.
You guys can find me on Twitter at DMP_Pookie and on Twitch at PooKilledMe.
And Kat.
You can find me on Twitter at Oshnik, that's OSHYNIC.
And Webby.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at JaxForestWalker, all one word.
And M.
And you can find me on Twitter as Orange Father or Father Orange, whichever one actually has an account.
And you can find me at LinsteadDM. And you can find everything we do at distractionsmedia.com. And you can follow our podcast at facebook.com/Fate of Heroes. And until next time, everyone, take care. Have a great day. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Womp womp.
This has been a Distractions Media production. For more info, you can check out everything we do on distractionsmedia.com.
Did you know that Distractions has its own Twitch channel? You can actually find everything that we're doing and all of our various streamers at twitch.tv/distractionsmedia. check us out, won't you?